Here we're talking about factoring out a single term whenever it's possible. So if they ask you to factor something, we want to say, is there anything that these two terms have in common? Is there anything that goes into 10 and 4? Is there anything that goes into n and n to the third? So first 10 and 4. They're both even, so at least 2 goes into those. I can't think of anything bigger. So you want to write our greatest common factor out front. It's kind of like the opposite of distributing. What did it look like before we tried to distribute? So I know 2 goes into both of those, or divides into both of those. And it looks like they also have an n in common, right? This one only has 1, and this one has more than 1. So that means we can get at least one n out of both of them. Then I want to ask myself, since it's like the opposite of distributing, what did this look like before I factored out the 2n? So 2n times what would give me this? So individually, I'll say 2 times what would give me 10, so it must be 5. And then n times no more n's would give me n to the first, right? If I put 1 here, I'd have n squared. So be careful. We don't have to multiply by any more n's to get 1. All right, then for our next term, 2 times 2 would give me 4. And n times what would give me n to the third? Well, if I'm multiplying by one of them and I want to end up with 3, I should probably multiply by 2 more. And then you can also check by distributing. Just make sure this multiplies to 10n and this multiplies to 4n to the third. So let's try the other one, 12 and 9. So 12 and 9 I think are both divisible by 3. And they both have at least w squared. That one has w squared and that one has more than w squared. So they all have at least w squared in common. So 3 times what would give me 12? 4. W squared times nothing would give me w squared. So I don't need anything else to multiply by there. 3 times 3 would give me 9. And w squared times a single w would give me w to the third. And since it's the opposite of distributing, we're factoring something out. I'm going to check it with distributing. Does this times this give me 12w squared? Yes. Does this times this give me 9w to the third? So just kind of check back when you finish them to make sure they actually work.